Hi, I'm Ted Gibson, celebrity hairdresser out of New York City. I'm going to show you quick, easy steps to the best updo of your life. First thing you want to do is always prepare the hair. What I'm going to use is a product called Hair Sheet. It's a towelette for the hair. I'm going to run it through the hair, making sure that every strand of hair is saturated. It has antioxidants, vitamins A and E and D in it for conditioning, and this will help to really maintain the best hair possible. What I'm going to do now is I am going to use the Ted Gibson flat iron over that. It has 3 ceramic plates, and also you have a heat regulation where you can have it up from 140 to 450 degrees depending on your hair texture. Now for her, I'm going to have it at 370 because that's all we need in order to straighten her hair. So you take the iron and you run it all the way from the scalp to the ends, and you can see how beautiful that is. As I take sections, I'm taking about a ½ inch section, taking the iron all the way up to the scalp, using my brush all the way down, all the way to the ends. And what I'm doing is I'm creating a really smooth, shiny surface for me to begin my updo. You can see the difference in between using the iron at a degrees of about 370 degrees on this side of the head, and you can see her natural texture here and what we've created on the other side. All right, all you girls, today you have to go out and pick up September's issue of Glamour magazine. This is me with Anne Hathaway, and this is actually the look that we're going to be doing today. All you need is a headband, an elastic, and a couple of bobby pins, and you're set. What I'm doing is I am using my fingers rather than use a brush because I want it to look a little bit more natural. We don't want it to look like Princess Bride or Princess Diaries. We want it to look modern and hip and chic. You take the head and you tilt it all the way back. Then I'm using what we call a bungee. So as I take the bungee, it has 2 hooks on it. I hook it there, I take it all the way around and hook it in the back just like so. So when she tilts her head back up, you can see where the high ponytail is, right? So what I want is I want some of this little hair to look like this because I don't want it to be completely smooth and straight, because if it's completely smooth and straight, then she starts to look like a princess rather than a modern, really beautiful interpretation of that. But if you don't feel comfortable, you can always just use your hands and your fingers and kind of smooth all of this around. Now with the chignon, you can do it a number of different ways. What I normally like to do is just take it like so and just twist it on itself. And then as you twist it on itself, then you can actually place it wherever it is that you would like to place it. Okay? That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is if you take the hair and you rough it up, twist it, then you rough it up like this. Now, the most important thing about placing the chignon is you just twist it, twist it, twist it, and then you put your bobby pins in. I'm using just simple black bobby pins, anchoring at the base, just like so. You probably would need about 4 grips, 4 bobby pins to anchor it in place. And what I'm doing is I'm actually pinning it to the ponytail that I just put in. What's most important about the chignons of these days is that they're not completely polished. You don't want them to look like they're old lady chignon. The chignon of this time is extremely modern. It also looks like it has a lot of texture to it, and that it looks a little bit more free. Now, what we're going to do is to make it so that it takes it to the next level. We're just going to use a simple headband, just like we did on Anne Hathaway in Glamour. You could use just a simple black elastic. We all are huge fans of Sex and the City. This is a chignon that Carrie always wore. She always wore something that was very simple and easy to use. She would just throw her hair up and then put a elastic on it, and it looks like something completely different. So this is just a new way of thinking about a chignon. As you can see, you can look like a celebrity too. Very easy in 3 easy steps. Put a ponytail in, do a chignon, and then do a headband afterwards.